So you've started playing EO again, and you've tried to craft your very first weapon. But one thing you've probably noticed is that they take cores. Now, what are these cores, and how on earth do we get them? Confusing, right? I'm going to show you how. The first thing I'm going to show you is here at the Core Rush shop. You can see a list of every core that you can get here at the core shop in Aeven. Click on the Core Master, and up will come a list of every single core. You can scroll through to take a look. First are Shadow cores, which can be gotten from the Shadow Golem. Aqua cores can be gotten from the Octoboss. Phoenix cores can be gotten from the Phoenix Griffin. Death cores from the Death Reaper. Ninja cores can be gotten from the Ninja Supreme. Stallion cores can be gotten from the Stallion Boss. Ice cores from the Ice Golem. Optica cores from the Pupil Alpha. Swamp cores from El Frago. Ancient cores come from Schimmel. Proto cores come from Super Proto. Nest cores come from Ant Queen. Bone cores come from Boneheart the Wise. Air cores come from the Bird Overlord. Frost cores come from Bigfoot. And pain cores come from the Puppet Overlord. There are a few different ways that you can get cores. The first is to drop them from a boss. That's usually a 1% drop rate. The second is to use a lucky charm, which is usually a 30% drop rate if it's fully charged. The third is to craft one from minis. So what are minis? Well, minis are a 20% chance for most bosses, except for the Shadow Golem, which is 30%. It's a shared chance amongst everybody who has hit the boss. If you get a mini, you'll get a ding and it will appear in your gift box. Shadow Golem, you only have to hit 3 times. At the Puppet Boss, you only have to hit 1 time, but at all other bosses, you hit 5 times, and you can get max 30 of these per day. The next way to get minis is by doing your Core Rush quest. This is a weekly quest that opens at level 30. You can access it by clicking the Q tab up in the left corner and then going to your weekly quest tab. You will have to accept the quest before starting it. It will prompt you to kill 30 bosses, one of the 16 different bosses that I listed prior. And once you're done, you can hand it in at the shop in Aeven and restart the quest for the next week. It'll reset weekly at Sunday night or Monday morning at 12 a.m. PST and can be done once a week. You'll get 20 minis from this quest, so it's really helpful to do this every week. For those of you who are too small to access the public bosses or too small to do the Core Rush quest, another great way to get minis are by doing mini bosses. They drop mini pieces that do not count towards your daily total of 30. You can go to the Big Bat in the Aeven Ore Cave, and they drop Shadow Cores. You can do the Shadow Fang Duo in Joe Sand, which drops Nest Minis, or the Tin and Iron Golems in Ancient, which drop Ancient Minis. Now, the next thing you'll want to know is the difference between a bound core and an unbound core. A bound core is made up of 16 minis. It's the fastest way to get a core. You can make them in Aeven in the core shop, or these bound cores are gotten from your lucky charm. If you charm a core, it will be bound. Cores and items made from bound cores are unsellable, untradeable, and undroppable, so beware before you craft. Unbound cores can be dropped from bosses, or they can be made with 160 minis. These ones are made at a shop just north of the Haunted House, and these cores, as well as any items made with them, can be traded, sold, or dropped. So they're great for people who like to merch their items or have alts they'd like to trade them to. I know that the core system can be a bit confusing, but I do recommend familiarizing yourself with the core system, as well as bound and unbound cores and how to get minis, because this is going to be a very important part of your gameplay. Pretty much any craftable item that is worth its gold is going to need a core in order to be made. So these are items that you're going to be using quite a bit as you progress throughout EO. Hopefully this explanation has helped you a little bit, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much.